Hello, everybody. I have the great pleasure of having Kent Martin and Christina Dion, and I also have all these nice, wonderful people, lovely people, happy behind me in my background. Nothing terrible is going to happen to them, but we're here to kick off the Pasolini journey. So, Kent, do you want to give some background? Is what we're going for here?
Yeah, so we're doing a full review of past most, I think not all, but most of his films, right? And I think it's a span of about 15 years. And probably every one of his films has been brought up on some kind of obscenity charge in his lifetime. But
Not all,
it
not all.
so we're in for a pretty wild ride.
And you have not seen a Pasolini film, correct? Or had
I've
not?
seen Teorama and I've seen
Okay.
Akatone. How about you
Oh, so
guys?
so you know Teorama. Okay, that's or Teorema,
Yeah.
I guess.
Teorama,
Uh,
yeah.
Christina, do you want to introduce yourself?
Oh, just film fan, and I guess I'm going to be the total noob probably of these because I haven't seen any, and that was one of my first
Oh,
questions.
wow.
That is, where does one start with Pasolini? So hopefully this
Mm.
is a good way to for people to come in the same level as myself and have a nice tour guide experience
Right.
Well,
through.
as we happen, Kent
Yeah.
is officially a guide. He's on our website as a guide, so he'll be your tour guide. Now, okay, I guess I've seen the most, and
Hmm.
we were just talking beforehand. One of my letterbox reviews is one of the top reviews. It's actually second. It was
Yes.
first on. I mean, I'm not really competitive as far as getting top reviews on letterbox. I'll actually share
But it is a
um,
thrill.
because I don't really know how many I've seen. In fact, I'll share the hub too. But let's just go here and look at letterboxed, and I'm just going to search for Pasolini.
I'll just add.
Honestly, go
Go
ahead,
ahead.
Christine. I was gonna say, like the reviews on Letterboxd are so witty, like I'm intimidated to dive into that world. So if you do rank up there, Aaron, kudos, bravo.
I'm pretty proud of my I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know if Italians are very proud. Okay, so I've seen seven. So I've seen
Mm.
Salo. Some of these I might not have logged. So I haven't seen Akatone. I'm looking forward to that. I have seen Medea, so I just haven't logged that. I'll remind
Hmm.
myself for later. I've seen the so okay, so, I've seen Mamaroa too. Yeah, but so yeah, a lot of these I haven't. But probably more than you, and I will just share that the final four, which is Arabian Nights, Canterbury Tales, Decameron, and then finally Sallow, are
Hmm.
rough but really interesting. And I think that's where it'll be interesting to get into Pasolini's mindset going into these films and what he was trying to accomplish.
Hmm.
And should we share the Advent calendar you have
Yes.
here? So we called it 120 days, but it's gonna be a little more than that. So
Yeah.
Kent, do you want
That,
to talk
yeah.
through how
Yeah.
you
So
came up
we're
with this?
Yeah, so I actually live in the city he was born in, Bologna, Italy. And in 2022, the city had, along with some other Italian cities, had a year-long celebration of his 100-year centenary.
Hmm.
Centenary. And, they had exhibitions, and particularly here in Bologna, he got a lot of his training in art, sort of art history. And so when he approached his films, uh, he had a very painterly style. And so I think we're going to find in this journey that we can look at not only his writing, he's multifaceted artist,
Oh
but
yeah.
a lot of the Italian paintings that informed his film. So I'm really excited to explore that and the resources here in Bologna. This is also where the Pasolini Archives lives in our library here. So I'm going to use that as a resource to bring stuff back to the group. Oh.
You've already done a ton of work, a ton of prep, and in fact, we're showing the hub, the I guess the launch section where this will all exist. In fact, I have a feeling that by the t time we're done with this, there'll probably be numerous ones. We might even have one for each chapter, which you have divided here. I think you've divided them pretty well, really, with the different chapters. I guess we have the adaptations. And then we have the naughty films, and then we have the naughtiest. Although, can we show the moderators, Kent? Are you okay with
Yeah,
that?
let's do. Yeah.
So, this is a free community journey. So even though Kent, you're going to do a lot, Christina, I know you will as well, and I'll do some too, just kind of the web stuff. But and yeah, look at this. I'm leading this puppy. So, and I'm actually really proud of. I mean, I think it's a masterpiece. I think it's often misunderstood because there's so many jokes. And yeah, I tell a lot of subtle jokes, but I think it's a very powerful film. And once you've seen it a couple times, it's easy to deal with. But yeah, you're gonna have mentors or mentor moderators. So unfilled here,
Yes.
Christina's gonna do Medea, and
Yeah.
then yeah, we'll see who else is going. How's the moderator? How will those work, Kent?
So th- we're doing one film a month, and the moderator, on a volunteer basis, will um, choose the film that they're most interested in and sort of curate the experience around that, whether that means, you know, finding a piece of writing that that person would like us to read or ancillary art or whatever to look at. Basically anything goes, but we also know that a lot of participants are busy, so nothing too heavy.
Right, right.
But we may end up doing what I call traditional Cine Journeys calls, where the moderator does the bulk of the research and presents, and then we discuss it. That's also great. So it really just depends. So for Akatone, um, I'm really interested in responding to films and how films can inspire us. So the activity for November is to make a special feature, but it can be anything. It can be a bullet list of likes or dislikes of the film, or a blog post, or a podcast, or whatever you're inspired to do in response, is what we're doing for November. But we'll see how that goes.
Yeah. And just to
Yeah.
add, there are videos here. You've loaded a lot of the trailers here. Well, actually, this video will be on in this section and the calls as well.
Mhm.
We do have, in fact, we probably need to add more forum posts here, where you could. There is a forum, and even though this is free, just because of the subject matter, we locked it down. So you do have to register. So if you're not registered, by the way, here's the forum, and there's a number of topics already. So I'm sure that'll get filled up. But to register, I'm actually going to log myself out. Just go to programs, journeys, and you can just fill it out here. Here's a summary of the films and everything, and then there's a
Mhm.
registration form on that page too. So just it's free. So you just if you don't have an account, if you have an account with us already, just log in. You won't have to worry about the email and password. And yeah, and then you're in. And there is a group that's part of the forums. So when you get registered, we'll invite you to the group and you'll be on this journey with us. And we're starting with Akatone, but the thing is, it's a movie a month, so I don't think it'll take people long to catch up. So if you're seeing this, we're
Right.
recording in November. If you're seeing it in February, you're fine. It's just maybe take a weekend and catch up. So
Yeah.
looking forward to it.
Right.
Likewise.
And one of the nice things about it is it goes nice and easy in chronological order, and it has a nice selection. And for total noobs like
Mhm.
myself, it'd be a really it's not an intimidating scary thing
Right.
that you're afraid to look at a great filmmaker and great films. I'm
Mm.
sure it'll be a very easygoing and enlightening journey. So really
Yeah.
looking
And
forward.
I'll tell one solo joke to wrap us up, and that
Okay.
is so since Kent has not seen these films, and I've seen as we saw seven at least, uh, he had recommended pushing having Sallow for Christmas or for December next year, and I was like, I don't know if Sallow is really going to be appropriate for Christmas. So what he did is he moved it to November, which in the U.S. is Thanksgiving. So people who have seen the film know that hey, you know what. You can't move it to January, so what? Why not? We'll have a sallow Thanksgiving. So the meal is gonna be manja 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 is what I'll say. So it'll be fun, and yeah, I say fun in quotes. It'll be informative. Really, I think it'll be intellectually stimulating. He's a really complicated
Mm.
and fascinating figure, and
Yeah.
yeah, I can't wait to see. Yeah, we have a year, so I can't wait to see what how we come out on the other side of this and what we'll have learned. So thank you so much for setting this up. And it's really going to be a blast.
I wish you all luck. I hope to see you on the other side of Salo, and we'll get through it together.
We'll
We'll
become
make
a
it.
better side.